On day 1, I spawned in as a baby warden tiger, sitting high up inside of my beautiful Skulk jungle home. I looked forward and saw my father, the king of the warden tigers, overlooking me and the entire empire around us.
Look around, my son. Someday, this entire jungle will be yours.
Mine? But just then, helicopters took to the skies right above us. They dropped down explosions on our entire home. And from them landed a bunch of mechanized insects.
Tigers, defend our home!
The mechs ran around and did everything they could to steal my home's resources. But my people went in and started to fight back. Some would win, but because of their numbers, they were quickly taken down, and most were captured. No! I ran down, wanting to join the fight, but as I did, an explosion erupted from the jungle right near me. From the blast came a towering mech general.
This territory now belongs to us, and with these resources, we will become the strongest military this world has ever seen.
No, you can't do this. This is my home. Ah!
You stupid little tiger! This jungle is mine, General Apex! And there is nothing you can do!
The general was about to blast me again, but out of nowhere, my father jumped in between us.
Leave my son alone!
His roar let out a powerful warden boom, knocking back General Apex.
Hurry, son! We need to go!
On day 2, I was running right behind my father. But as we did, the more that I saw jungle animals being attacked and captured by the mechs. No, everything's being destroyed.
Keep running!
We finally made it into a clearing where countless animals and mechs were at war. Now what?
First harvest, Skull.
I looked over and saw that a spider was cornering a warden elephant.
No, stay away from me!
I can't stand this. I have to help.
Wait, stop!
I began to rush towards the elephant as more and more animals were being taken down around me. As I got close, my rage built up into my claws as I swiped at the mech, causing me to use a sonic slash.
You must die!
The spider mech began to do everything it could to kill me. Ah! I did my best and tried to fight back, but I was so small compared to him.
Son!
My dad jumped in, and we started to face off against the mech in unison. But finally, with my father's help, we took him down.
Wow. Thank you for saving me.
Of course. It's my duty as a warden tiger to help.
Son, we have no time.
My dad then threw a strange Skulk heart over to me. What is this?
The two of you must follow the beat of the heart, and we'll take you somewhere safe.
Dad, wait! What are you?
Son, I will meet you there. I must make sure the other tigers are safe. Now go!
On day 3, the two of us escaped from the battlefield through the jungle. How am I supposed to follow this? As I said that, the heart shot out an echoey blast in the direction that we were supposed to go. Whoa!
Hey, thanks for saving me, by the way. The last of my kind. Those mechs killed them all!
I'm so sorry. Just then, a siren filled the area, and I quickly noticed that there were mechanized stations in the jungle around us. From them crawled out mech ants.
Scan the area!
Come on, we have to keep moving. We began to sneak around the area, avoiding the ants at all costs until
Skull detected! Attack mode activate!
the ant quickly transformed into a flying mech. Run! run! On day 4, we started to run through the jungle with a group of flying mechs around us. We couldn't shake them, and the Warden heart just kept beating louder and louder. We must be getting close. We finally came around the corner to see an entrance to a skulk cavern. There, the two of us ran in, but the mechs were still right behind. What do we do?
I have an idea.
Lily turned around and slammed into the cave floor, causing an erupting wall to seal off the entrance. Nice one. See? Now you're saving me. We really do make a great team, don't we?
Yeah, we really do.
Because of our newfound friendship, something began to happen. I became a much stronger Warden Tiger with 5 more hearts, and I can now let out my own Sonic Blast.
Whoa, what just happened?
I don't know. We continued through the cavern until we reached a secluded clearing. Around the area were 6 tall statues, and the tiger and elephant ones were activated. Dad must have sent me here for a reason.
Those are the statues of the 6 different warden animals of the world. The rest being the gorilla, the eagle, the snake, and the spider.
So every time I unite one, I become stronger. Then I have to find the rest and fully unite the Skulk Jungle. On day 5, we decided to build our hideout here. I helped Lily as she wanted her base at the foot of the Warden elephant statue. And I then went to work on my very own home next to mine. I did everything I could to make it perfect, and even made an extra room for my father as well. Where is he? He should have been here by now. Just then, I heard the strangest sounds of turkeys.
Back off, you feathered freaks!
I ran out of my base to see that a small blue duck was being chased by a group of turkeys. What? I used my Warden boom to attack and blast the turkeys back.
Coward!
They all ran away as the duck came up to me.
Hey, thanks.
Wait, do I know you?
Nope. But, listen, man. Those turkeys, they attacked me because they're, like, brainwashed or something.
Brainwashed? I followed the blue duck until we reached a large farm, but it was currently being destroyed by a huge mechanical turkey. Not my carrots! Did General Apex do this?
That stupid, selfish bird took my upgrade core. I was gonna use it to become big and strong. But now look at me, dude.
I'm sorry, man. Look, I need to find all the Warden animals. I don't have time for this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, listen. I may know where the Warden gorillas are. And if you help me, I can take you straight to them.
On day 6, the blue duck and I made a deal.
Die! Die! I've been hunted all my life, but look who's hunting now!
Hey, stop this right now!
A Warden Tiger. General Mac will be very pleased to have you taken down. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
What in the world? The turkey attacked by sending out missiles to explode the crops around us. And he would even start to lay eggs?
Charge! I got these guys, dude!
The duck ran in and attacked the smaller turkeys with such fury. We all continued to fight until I got a good hit of the turkey mech, making him drop the upgrade core. Hey, you!
On it!
He ran over and grabbed the core, causing him to upgrade.
Awesome! Let's finish this!
The duck and I teamed up on the mechanical turkey, and in his new upgraded form, he had incredible strength. Whoa, you are one special duck. Well, lucky for you guys, the Fozo duck is now available as an awesome plushie. Support my channel by getting the cute Day 1 Fozo, the strong, fierce Day 100 Fozo, or better yet, both. Make sure to click the link in the description to get yours before they all sell out. Thanks, guys. With the combined final hit, we were able to take down the mech turkey. Yes!
All right, strangely familiar tiger. I'm a man of my word. How
I'll lead you right to the Warden Gorilla Empire.
On day 7, I went with the now tall blue duck as he led me to the entrance of a snowy monkey kingdom.
Well, good luck with everything. Maybe I'll see you around.
Thanks, and nice voice. I entered into the snowy kingdom, but all I saw around me were monkeys throwing bananas all through the kingdom. The apes were running around mindlessly. What's going on here? I looked over and saw a monkey that was quietly hiding behind a destroyed wall. Hey!
All of the monkeys have gone wild. We have no direction, no idea what to do without the Warden Gorilla.
Without the gorilla? What do you mean? We walked through the structure until he pointed over to the large Warden Gorilla encased in stone. This is horrible. Can we break him out?
Yeah, we would just need the Totem of Healing. The thing is, there's a reason we haven't gotten it yet.
The monkey led me away from the snowy kingdom and to the edge of a strange forest that was holding back the cold.
In there are the creatures that stole the totem. But be warned, those that have entered have never returned.
On day 8, I began a search through the strange forest, but there wasn't a sign of the totem anywhere. Come on, where could it be? It was then that I heard the sound of movement in the trees above me. Hello? Landing on the ground right behind me were 2 intimidating tree folks. Ah! They reached out and began to control the trees around me, causing walls of wood and forest to form into a maze.
As an intruder to our domain, you must perish!
Stay away from me! I ran away in the only direction I could, further inside of the structure. As I ran in, though, more and more tree folk would come out of the wooden walls and attack me with thorns and bark. If they're defending this place like this, then the totem has to be here. As I rounded a final corner, I barely stopped myself in front of a deep pit full of a green liquid. I looked across to see the center of the maze, and there was the Totem of Healing. All right, Fozo, you can do this. Here goes nothing. I leapt across the pit, using my upgraded form to jump completely over it. Woohoo! I did it! In my celebration, I didn't even realize that I was now surrounded by all of the tree people. And now, standing between me and the totem was their tree folk elder, Shaman. Hey, I need that totem!
You want this? It has granted me and my people unimaginable power, like this. Ah!
The shaman began to attack me with powerful beams of pure energy. Ah! Hey, stop! The totem, it doesn't belong to you.
I don't care!
He continued to fight, so I knew that I had to defend myself. I used my abilities to try and gain the upper hand, but he was still extremely strong. You should care about what you're doing. Look, we all need to work together. If not, everything will be destroyed. In my anger, I unleashed my new Sonic Boom attack, which hit him head on, knocking him back.
Ah!
Please give it up, or else even your people will be no more. General Apex, his army, it's rising by the second. And if the jungle doesn't unite, we don't stand a chance.
Fine, take the totem. Just promised to protect us all.
On days 11 to 12, I returned to the Warden Gorilla's Snowy Kingdom and placed the Totem of Healing back on its pedestal. This caused a huge wave of sonic energy to radiate throughout the area, freeing the Warden Gorilla. Whoa!
I have awoken!
As I stood in the presence of the gorilla, I noticed that all of the monkeys were standing at attention, awaiting the orders of their leader.
He's back! He's actually back!
You You have freed me. I am forever in your debt.
Because of his words, I felt myself begin to surge with power, causing me to grow even stronger. I gained 5 more hearts and now had a new ability to burrow inside of the ground.
Why have you freed me?
Because General Apex, he's hurting all of our homes and our people. If we don't stand together, we will never win this fight. Will you be by my side?
I will, Tiger. For the Wardens.
After our agreement, we were heading back to my base when we noticed an imposing mechanical military base. And there, addressing his army of mech insects, was the general.
Good work on taking full control of the Skulk Jungle. With all these resources, we won't be running out anytime soon.
I looked around the base and saw the mechs were placing machinery all around the jungle, drawing in the Skulk as some sort of power source.
But our mission does not end here. Not until we are the most powerful army in the world. And I will show you how we can do it.
Being escorted out from deeper in the base came my father? Dad!
Leave my people in this place alone. Do not speak to me like that, you pathetic animal. I am your commanding general. I will never follow you. You don't have a choice. Turn on the chip.
With the flick of a lever, my father was electrocuted with a surge of energy, and it turned him into a mech tiger.
I am at your service, General. With the power of the Skulk, we can take control of any creature we want.
What? No! I have to stop him. I have to stop this right now. I slipped into the base and ran for cover in a nearby building.
Bozo, wait!
I didn't listen to him. I couldn't. I have to get my dad. On days 15 to 16, I was running through the mech base, trying to find my dad. This can't be happening. I then made it into a large room, but there was nothing in sight except for a Skulk feather? What is this for? As I went up and grabbed it, a whole circle of humanoid mechs formed around me. Where is my father?
You are a fool to come here. I will be bringing you to the General myself.
Dad, no, this isn't you.
Yes, it is.
My father then leapt in to attack, but bursting out of the floor was the Warden gorilla.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Destroy them!
We began to fight as the mechs would rush in and try to overpower us. I used my Skulk claws, but they weren't going down without a fight. My father would take every chance he could to try and leap into attack, but thankfully, the Warden gorilla kept him at bay.
In time, you will truly see the power in the mech General Chain.
The gorilla then used a strong attack that knocked all of them back.
You must get out of here. No!
He started to dig in the ground, so I used my new burrow ability to dig down and out of the base. On days 17 to 18, we made it safely back to the hideout. There, a ton of the monkeys were already gathered around the foot of the activated gorilla statue. Sweet! Let's get you all settled in. I got to work gathering materials and building up the monkeys their own tribal home.
Great work, Fozo. But I must say, your father siding with General Mech brings me much fear. He is the strongest of all the Warden Tigers.
He didn't side with them. He was forced. We have to find a way to get him back.
Why, yes, we do.
I looked over at the elephant statue and saw that Lily had built up her home, a full-fledged library. Whoa, someone's been busy.
Yes, I have. And I'm so glad you're back safe.
Me too. We were even lucky enough to find this Warden feather. I just don't know what it does.
Ooh, no way! That has to belong to the Warden Eagle. And after all the research I've been doing, I may know just the place to find him.
On days 19 to 21, I followed Lily as she brought me through the sandy desert biome until we saw a tall castle-like tower reaching up into the sky, but it looked abandoned. You think the Warden Eagle is here?
Well, according to my research, yes. Good luck!
Lily headed back to base as I started to scale up the rocks and finally make it to the tower entrance. Hello? Anybody home? Just then, I got hit. I looked up to see the Warden Eagle perched above me.
A Warden Tiger, be gone!
No, wait, I can't. I need your help. The Skulk Jungle, it's being destroyed.
I don't care! I have my own problems to deal with!
What? Wait, where are you going? I watched as the eagle flew up much higher into the tower. Get back here! I started to use my feline agility to catch up using the platforms. The eagle then started to shoot down sonic blasts at me. Hey, I'm not leaving. I kept dodging his attacks until we finally reached the top of the tower. I looked over to see that he had a nest, but it was empty.
Look, Tiger, this nest was once full of my skulk eggs, my children. They have been taken from me, and that is my main concern.
I looked out over the desert and saw a path of destruction leading to the shoreline. I'm so sorry. I can help. Let me get them back.
The men that stole them are dangerous, but it cannot hurt to give you a chance. If you retrieve my eggs, I will rethink your offer.
On days 22 to 26, I was following the path of the hunters on the back of the Warden Eagle. He flew me across the ocean and towards a deadly looking island. And there were Vikings everywhere. The eagle flew us down as we hid on the shoreline.
My eggs, they are here.
Don't worry, I'll handle this. I started to make my way through the island, avoiding the vision of the Vikings. I then saw their leader was watching over all of their work.
Ah, yes, men. Our latest conquest was a success.
I then looked over and saw the eagle's skulk eggs were still intact near their leader. Bingo. Now, to just... Uh-oh. Ah!
Well, what do we have here? A Warden Tiger. What is a beast like you doing on my island?
I'm here for those eggs.
Those? Ha ha! We need them for the morning when we have our breakfast of champions.
Are you serious? I used my burrow ability to quickly dig down and out of their trap. If you're such a champion, let me put that to the test.
Oh ho! I like this beast. Okay, Tiger, follow me.
The Viking led me over to a large ruined arena that was overgrown with a forest.
The deal is, if you can beat me at our hunting game, then you can take the eggs. But if you lose, I'll kill you where you stand and use your parts for my axe. Do you accept?
Yeah, deal.
All right, challengers! There are 5 different dummy targets spread throughout the course. Whoever takes down 3 of them wins!
You will regret challenging me.
Ready? Begin!
We took off into the ruins as we split up to find the dummies. Come on, come on! Oh no, he already scored? I gotta keep up. I searched to find one of the targets up in a thick tree. There! I used my burrow ability to dig up and through. And with one hit, yes! But as I got down, oh, come on! If he gets one more, he wins! In my panic, I felt my senses heightened. I used my warden tendrils to search my surroundings and found the next target through a wall. I slashed through it right as I saw the Viking trying to as well. All tied up.
The game's not over yet.
We both looked over at a nearby hilltop and saw the 5th and final target. I gotta get there first. I quickly started to run towards it, trying to outpace him. Yes, yes.
No!
In a giant leap, the Viking crashed down onto me with an attack charged with lightning. Knock it off.
I will not lose.
He started to attack me with everything he had, but I knew what I was fighting for. I struck him with a powerful sonic boom, knocking him back and stunning him. With the opening, I dashed over to the final target.
That's the game! The Warden Tiger wins!
I did it! On days 30 to 32, I went back to the Vikings camp, and the defeated Viking approached me.
I would not be Viking without my honor. Go ahead, take the eggs.
Awesome! I happily grabbed the eggs and was now about to go back to the Warden Eagle when, out of nowhere, storming in the camp was General Apex and his army.
What is the meaning of this?
Without a second thought, the general blasted the Viking with a single shot.
Take everything they had.
Hey!
Oh, is this the small baby Warden Tiger I saw those days ago?
I am not small anymore. Stop doing this and let my father go.
Never! He's helping me accomplish my dream, and it will not be ruined.
Dream? What dream? You're a psycho.
Rah!
In another explosive attack, the general blew me back. Yeah!
All my life, I've been treated like a joke, told that I wouldn't amount to anything. But now, that is all about to change, and there is nothing that anyone can do about it.
He was about to blast me again in his rage, but the Warden Eagle swooped down in front of me.
Hop on!
I jumped onto his back, and we quickly flew away from the island.
No! Run now, but in time, you will see what I can truly do.
On days 33 to 35, we safely landed back on the Warden Eagle's tower. I went over and placed the skulk eggs back in their nest.
Oh, thank goodness! My family is now safe! I owe you everything, Fozo.
Because of his words, I began to upgrade into a much stronger Warden Tiger. I gained 5 more hearts and could unleash a sonic roar. Awesome! But as I looked around, I noticed how unsuitable the tower would be for the Eagle's family. Hey, it's not safe for you here anymore. You need to come with me. On days 36 to 39, I made it back to base with the Warden Eagle and saw that his statue was activated. Yes, only 2 more to go. With that, I built up the eagle and his eggs their very own nest home.
I cannot express how happy I am to have a safe place to stay. Thank you, Fozo.
Anytime. All of the Skulk Jungle animals have to work together now, more than ever. It was then that I heard one of the monkeys going crazy.
Ah! What the?
I ran over to see that all of the water in the base was a gross purple. And because of it, the plant life all around was dying. Oh no, is the water polluted? I followed the stream out of my base and saw that it led to a shoreline. Far off in the distance was an oil rig dumping a constant stream of pollution into the water. That's what's causing it? I gotta shut it down. On days 40 to 44, I started to scout out the oil rig and noticed that there were tall rocks leading to it. But patrolling the air were some of General Apex's drones. He's running this place? I can't be seen. I began jumping from rock to rock, using my burrow ability to dig down and hide when the drones passed overhead. That was close. I slowly pushed forward and made the final jump onto the rig. After a bit of searching, I found the source of pollution and used my abilities to take it down, changing the water back. Perfect. But as I said that, I heard a familiar voice from inside.
Secure the tigers now!
Dad? I stealthily made my way deeper into the building and saw my father talking to one of the mechs.
My son is the only Warden Tiger left, but he's not a threat, because the only person who knows the whereabouts of the Warden Spider is me.
What was that? I followed the noise into a separate room to see cages full of warden tigers. My people! I gotta get you guys out of here! But just then...
Hello, son.
On days 45 to 47, I was face to face with my father. Dad, please listen to me. I'm your son.
No, what you are is a risk. You think you'll ever be as strong as me? I was a king.
He leapt in to attack me, but I dodged out of the way.
You will never live up to my name.
That's not true. We began to clash, using both our Sculpt Claws and Sonic Boom attacks. So I tried to use all my abilities to knock some sense into him. He was very skilled at fighting them, and it felt like he was dodging every one of my hits. Please, stop! I unleashed an attack straight at him, and he dodged out of the way. But because of this, the cage burst open. Guys, run now! All of the tigers flooded out, heading for the exit. But the last one stopped and turned around.
There may be a way to save your father, Fozo, but you need to come with us, quick!
I leapt past my father and sprung towards the exit with the other tigers.
Get back here!
On days 48 to 52, me and the other warden tigers were sprinting through the Skulk jungle with my father following behind.
This way!
We finally made it through the trees and into the Tiger Kingdom. Across the area was a clearing where the other warden tigers circled around a strange totem.
Quickly, we need him to be in the center!
I jumped up onto the large totem and turned around to see my father burst into the clearing.
There you are! You thought you could run away? Never!
He charged in and tried to pounce onto me. Now! I leapt down just as my father landed on the totem. Immediately, there was a flash of blue aura around my father as each and every one of the tigers channeled their strength. Then, in a final blast of energy, my father had returned to normal. Dad, is that you?
Son, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I didn't mean anything I said back there, and...
Dad, it's okay. I'm just glad you're all right. But now, we all need your help. I need to know exactly where the Warden Spider is. On days 53 to 56, I followed my father's directions as they led me right to the entrance of a web-filled ancient cave. Oh yeah, this has got to be the right place. I ventured deeper in, only to see that the tunnel was blocked by a mechanical wall. Oh no, did the mechs beat me here? I tried to use my burrow ability, but it was no use. I can't get through. Now what? Then, in the corner of my eye, there was a small firelight coming from a nearby tunnel. That's odd. I went around the corner to see a tiny warden spider. Hello? Ah!
Don't scare me like that! We thought you were one of those stupid mechs that captured my queen!
The main warden spider. I had to save her. But how? How do I get through that wall?
Alright, buddy. If you can promise to free the queen, I can definitely help you out.
We walked back over to the mechanical wall, and the spider showed me a very small crack in it.
You smell pink a little.
The spider lunged out and bit me. Ah! What did you do? I'm tiny? Dude!
Relax. It's only temporary. Come on.
We both snuck through the crack and appeared on the other side to see the Warden Spider Ancient City. And there, in the center of it all, was a machine hooked up to the restrained Warden Spider Queen. That can't be good. On days 57 to 59, I went through the city and crawled up to the Spider Queen.
A tiger?
I'm gonna get you out of here. I was about to unleash a sonic boom, but the queen called out at me.
If you destroy the machine from here, it'll blow everything up, and I'll go with it. What is a tiger warden doing here anyway?
Look, I'm here to help you. Suddenly, the machine charged with power and started to sap energy from her.
Ah! The mechs, They built this thing to take my skulk webs from their creations. You must find the power source. There, you can shut it down and get me out.
Got it. I'll be back. I followed the strange machinery deeper under the ancient city until I reached another room with the power core. Found it. Just when I was about to destroy it, though, an armored figure dropped down in front of me.
Stay away from this machine!
On days 60 to 63, the Mech Knight instantly came in to attack. He would swing his massive sword around and use his shield to bash my head in. I fought back with my skulk abilities, trying to keep him off of me. My attacks didn't seem to do much though, but they would at least push him back, which gave me enough space to shoot at the power core. With the strongest sonic boom I've ever done, I broke the core in one hit. Yes!
No! The general will not be happy. I must kill you!
The knight rushed towards me, and I didn't know how much more I could take until out of the darkness came the freed Warden Spider Queen.
Stay away from him.
With our combined efforts, me and the Spider Queen were able to take the knight down. We did it.
You did it. You really freed me. And for that, I'll help you in your quest.
Because of her words, I upgraded. I turned into a stronger Warden Tiger, gained 5 more hearts, and now could cause skulk shards to erupt from the floor. Yes! On days 64 to 68, I returned to my base with all the Warden Tigers and Spiders. And now the Spider statue was activated. I got to work building up a web-filled home for the spiders around their entire statue.
I'm so thankful for the opportunity to get back at those mechs.
Yeah, we can take them down together. I then took the time to build more homes for my Warden Tiger people. When I was finally done, I noticed my father was standing in front of his home.
I see you made me this.
Yeah, I did. A long time ago. I'm just happy that you finally get to see it and be safe. My father and I walked around, looking over the whole base together.
Son, one day, all of them will follow you. You've already gained their trust, and I know that you'll be a fantastic leader. One can say a better king than I ever was.
Thanks, Dad. That means a lot coming from you. As I was talking to my father, I heard Lily running throughout the base.
No.
Lily, what's going on?
The jungle, our home, it's burning.
What? On days 69 to 73, my father and I hurried out of the base to see a massive wildfire in the jungle around us. Everything was burning. We ran through the trees and followed the destruction to see that the cause of it was General Apex.
Look at what you forced me to do!
Forced? You have to stop this. The general shot out another wave of flames.
All of my plans have gone smoothly until you just kept prying and prying. So now I've had a change of heart. I'm gonna burn this entire jungle to the ground and let all the animals left be under the control of my mechs.
No! The general charged in as me and my father met him in the center. We fought using every ability we could to stop him, but he was still far too strong. In an explosive attack, I was blown back by his missile.
Don't you dare touch him!
My dad started to take on the general all by himself. He unleashed another wave of flames that burned right through my father, though. But as he did, my dad leapt through them and slashed right through his armor, causing something to malfunction.
No! I'll be back to take all you out in time!
I gathered just enough strength to stand close to my dad, but he looked even weaker than I was.
Son, we weren't strong enough, but you can be. You have to find the final warden animal, Warden Snake.
Dad, why are you talking like this?
Because it's up to you now, son. Be their king, lead them all.
Dad! No! I was overcome with grief, but I knew I had to stop General Apex so that no one would have to go through this kind of pain ever again. I reflected on all I had accomplished. I have to save all of the animals in the jungle for my father. I set out and gathered materials to build my dad a glorious monument in the kingdom. One that the warden tigers and all of the other jungle animals could remember him by. I promise I will make you proud, Dad.
Bozo, where are you?
Lily? She came up to me and saw the monument I built.
Oh no, he didn't, did he? Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know that. Now more than ever, General Apex needs to be stopped.
That's why I came looking for you. I think I know where the final warden animal is.
On days 78 to 80, I traveled across the Skulk jungle with Lily until we made it out of the trees and into the desolate home of the warden snake. There wasn't a soul in sight, just giant skulls and bones everywhere. This place looks like it was hit the hardest.
That's because it was.
Appearing from behind one of the skulls was the snake.
I knew you'd come here eventually.
So, you know of our case to stop the mech army. Will you join us?
I have no such plans to. Who do you think you are to stop them? You aren't a king, a ruler.
I am more than worthy enough to lead the warden animals, and I'll prove it to you for everyone and my father.
Very well, Tiger. Show me what you've got.
On days 81 to 85, the warden snake threw his spiked tail at me to strike. I used my feline agility to dodge out of the way. After, I rushed in, using all of my abilities I've gained. My Skulk Claws cut through him, and my Sonic Shards attack to strike him constantly.
I said, show me.
The snake then hit me back with his powerful tail. He's no joke.
The mechs eliminated my people long ago. So I ask again, who are you to stop them?
I thought back to the beautiful Tiger Kingdom and all the memories of my father. I am the Warden Tiger King. Ah! With the strongest attack I could muster, I struck at the Warden Snake, causing him to be defeated.
I yield. You have proven your worth. I will fight for the jungle.
Because of this, I felt all the skulk running through my body, surging with more power than I'd ever felt. I gained 10 more hearts and could now rain down sonic blasts from the sky. I was truly the most powerful tiger ever, the Warden Tiger King. On days 86 to 90, I was rushing back through the Skulk jungle with Lily and the Warden Snake, noticing the flames were only getting worse.
Bozo, look!
Over near the entrance to our hideout was a spider mech. I jumped in, and because I was so powerful now, I took him out in one hit. Sweet! But then I looked up and into the base, and everyone was under attack. The army was overrunning the other warden animals because none of them were working together. No! I rushed in and began to fight the mech army, trying to defend our home. Finally, I pounced onto the final one, fully ending the attack. But our base was heavily destroyed, except for the animal statues, which were all activated. Okay, everyone, gather around. On days 91 to 94, I got everyone gathered up inside of our hideout. Guys, how did they find us?
Well, the spiders were supposed to guard the entrance.
What? Well, maybe if the eagle was a better scout, we would have seen them from a mile away.
Stop it! What are you guys doing? Now, more than ever, do we as the warden animals need to fight as one?
The tiger is right.
General Apex, he took control of our home because of our division. But now is our time to all finally work together. We all care about this jungle, and it's time that we take it back.
I'm ready.
Aye!
Okay, everyone, here's the plan. On days 95 to 99, the Warden animals and I made it outside of the mech's jungle base as General Apex stood on top of its walls.
Is this supposed to intimidate me?
We are here to stop you.
I don't even want your resources anymore. I just want you gone.
As he said this, a swarm of his mech army charged out of the base towards us. All right, everyone, remember, fight together! We all began to fight, using our abilities to help one another. The Warden Snake used his tail to stop the mechs from hurting me, while the Gorilla jumped in the way of the missiles that were gonna hit the Spider. And the Eagle's Warden Boom took out a whole group of them surrounding Lily.
Whoa, thanks. Hey, Bozo, I'm ready.
Do it! I ran over to the walls as Lily made a huge wall of Skulk to boost me over it.
Go get him, Tiger. We'll deal with the army out here.
I jumped down into the base, and there in the center was General Apex, all alone. On day 100, I was finally face to face with the General. It's over! Your army is destroyed!
Is that so? Well, they are just tools anyway. The real weapon is me!
The General shot out a volley of rockets from his mech, exploding everything around me. Ah! We continued to fight as I would constantly strike at him with my Sonic Shards. Take that!
Your presence will be your end!
He then unleashed a wave of flames from his flamethrower. This is your end, Apex! We kept fighting until finally I got in close and landed a strong Skulk Claw.
No, not again! How did you?
My father taught me well, and this is for him. With one final attack, I hit the General head on, successfully taking him down. And with that, the Skulk Jungle can now finally live united and in peace. On day 1, I spawned in as a Warden worm deep within my desert ancient city. I looked around only to see my Warden people being attacked by a bunch of monster hunters. Are they after us? I ran throughout the battlefield and watched as the hunters started to hurt and capture my people as if they were just doing it for fun.
Haha, that's 2 points. I'm going for 3.
As I was distracted, I was spotted by one of them. He rushed in to attack, and I thought I was done for until our Warden Elder jumped in the way and took him down.
We can't let them capture you, my boy. You are special, and were created so that we can put an end to these hunters.
Me? But how? Just then, a much larger monster hunter slammed down in the center of our city.
Where is that Warden worm? I, Odin, will hunt you down, just like the rest of this world's monsters, so that I can be the most powerful hunter yet!
You need to leave now and find Aaron. He will know how to make you strong enough to save our people.
Odin then noticed the two of us and rushed forward only to unleash a powerful attack on my elder. No!
Go now!
I ran for my life, leaving all of my people behind.
Capture these pathetic monsters and get me that worm!
On day 2, I was slithering through the caves as fast as I could, with monster hunters chasing behind me. They shot at me using their advanced hunter gear. Oh no, I'm trapped.
You know, we enjoyed taking your people down. And once we have you, our power will be used to kill the rest of the monsters in this world.
I'm not a monster. Out of my frustration, I began to mine deep in the ground. Whoa, I can burrow.
Oh, no, you don't. Get the drill!
Using this newfound ability, I began to mine a path to get me out of this cave. It wasn't long until I heard heavy machinery and realized there was a drill mining right after me. Ah! I then mined out of a wall side, only to find myself inside of a strange nest home. What is this place?
There you are!
The monster hunter began to rush in, but out of nowhere dropped down a very large griffin beast. On day 3, the Griffin started to fight off the monster hunter, easily destroying his machine. The hunter ran up and tried his best to hurt him with his weaponry, but the Griffin sliced him with his claw and sent him back. He had incredible agility and strength, and would even use his wings to summon deadly gusts of wind around us.
No!
The Griffin then landed on the hunter, taking him down for good. Whoa, you saved me. I thought I was safe, but the bird turned towards me and approached with anger. Wait, I don't mean you any harm.
This is my home, and you are not welcome here.
I was backed into a corner and thought I was done for. Please, look, I'm looking for Aaron, okay? My people, they're in danger.
Well, it's true. You must be the creature the Wardens have spent years creating. Fine, I'll help take you where you need to go.
On day 4, the Griffin flew me high up throughout the lands, but all I was seeing was pure chaos. The world was full of deadly villages and outposts, filled with cages of different beasts, animals, you name it. The hunters are doing this? This is horrible.
This is the world now. With Odin and his people at large, all creatures of any kind are being hunted down and stripped of their freedoms, including your wardens.
We then landed within a desert ruin with a strange Warden Eye artifact sat at its center.
Go and pick it up.
Okay. I listened, and once I touched it, my entire body began to shake. I gained 5 more hearts and grew larger in size, becoming a stronger Warden worm. Whoa!
This is the first of 5 Warden Eye fragments. They grant any being incredible beast-like abilities when equipped. I am Aaron, and have helped the Wardens in their quest on creating you. They believe your strength can be enough to stop this.
Well, if these items increase my strength, then I will go out and find all of them. Rustling then sounded off, and out of the bushes rushed an advanced hunter.
There you are. We have all the Wardens under our watch, and when I bring you in, I will be rewarded.
On day 5, the advanced hunter rushed in and began to attack. He summoned 2 more arms and now had 4 very sharp swords. Oh no! But with my new upgrade, I now had the ability to shoot out deadly skulk venom at him. Ha! Take that! We fought each other, blow for blow. He was not an easy opponent, as he shot out poison all throughout the area. But I knew I could not let my people down. With the one final skulk venom attack, I was able to fully take down the hunter. Yes! Upon his death, dropped a note that said,
Do not let that worm find those Warden Eye artifacts. Go out and find the Croak Empire before he does.
The Croak Empire? Huh. That must be where another one is. I knew that there were going to be more hunters after me. So Aaron and I started to forge a new hideout within this desert ruin. I made my very own home inside of a sand cave, while I also made Aaron a small nest lying on top of a tree. As Aaron and I were admiring our new work, I saw a sand block fall near my cave.
Oops. Oh no.
What was that? I walked over, only to see a tiny warden hiding in fear.
No, please don't hurt me. I barely was able to escape from those hunters. I have nowhere else to go.
Escape? Where exactly did you escape from? On day 6, the tiny warden brought me within the nearest forest until we reached an outpost much larger than the ones I'd seen before. I watched as countless hunters were inside, upgrading their weaponry, and right next to them were rows of cages holding wardens and my warden elder.
Let us go!
Ah, shut it!
I have to get them out of here. I was about to run in, blinded by my rage. But just then, Odin entered the courtyard.
Everyone listen! This warden worm is a threat to our clan. Do you not understand? It can grow to be the strongest among all beasts in this world. This is why we must obtain its scales so that we can forge weaponry with power like no other. But we will need backup.
He then walked forward and ignited a platform, causing lightning to summon all around him. In one huge burst, dropped down a knight bounty hunter.
Magnus, I know you've never failed a hunt, which is why I need you to go and find that worm.
Very well. Leave it to me.
Oh no, this isn't good. I need to find the Croak Empire fast.
You mean that kingdom of frogs? I know where that place is. Come on, follow me.
On day 7, the tiny warden led me deep within a swamp. But we were quickly met by a moat. Is that polluted swamp water? Gross! I then looked across, and waiting on the other side was the Croak Empires.
Okay, but how do we get across?
I think I have an idea. Follow me. I used my burrow ability, allowing me to dig deep underground. Thankfully, I was able to mine below the moat and make it safely on the other side. However, as I exited, I found myself in the middle of their entire kingdom. Maybe I mined too far?
Halt! Ward worm? Those words are really getting creative with their creations, huh?
Huh, yeah, no kidding. We know why you're here. You will not get that Warden Eye fragment.
I then looked up, and lying on their tallest tower was the Warden Eye. Please, I need it. Just then, I heard a very loud and in a huge splash landed their king, Frog.
I am Emperor Croak. We see that fragment has good luck to our people. We have lost too many to those hunters.
Well, I'm trying to stop them. There has to be some way I can get it from you.
You know, this empire loves a show. I think I have an idea on how you can prove your worth.
On day 8, Emperor Croak brought me back to the center of their kingdom with a crowd of frogs watching.
The rules are simple. If you can get to that warden fragment, you win. But in order to do that, you have to get past the king.
Okay, deal. Horns then sounded off, and the Frog King began to attack me. He used his high leaps to his advantage and pushed me back away from the tower. Back off! I fought back, using my Skulk Venom on him, and tried my best to get to their tower. Unfortunately, he would shoot out deadly water attacks at me, and even shot his tongue out, swallowing me whole.
Let me out of here!
Ow! Wait a minute, I have an idea. I continued to fight the frog, and waited for him to shoot his tongue again. Here goes nothing. He shot me out. Come on! I did it! I reached the Warden fragment. I picked it up, causing me to upgrade once more. I gained 5 hearts, grew in size, and now had the ability to do explosive bites at my enemy. Awesome! I went back to the courtyard towards the king.
Emperor Croak is very impressed. You earned it. But without this fragment, my kingdom's luck is gone.
You know, I think I have an idea. On days 9 to 10, I gathered up all of the frogs in the Croak Empire to come back to my base.
Thank you for offering shelter to my people until we stop those men. Odin will stop at nothing to take us all down.
Yeah, I know. I just don't get why he hates us so much.
I'm not quite sure, but what I've heard is that he lost someone very close to him. But it's just a rumor.
Who could he have lost? We continued to walk out of the swamps and back towards the desert until I heard a voice coming towards us. The sky became clouded as flames appeared and a figure rose from the ground.
You! I thought I smelled a warden worm around here.
Oh no, leave now. The frogs and the tiny warden all left back towards my base. You're trying to hunt me down. What you hunters are doing, it's not right.
Not right. You are monsters, beasts. You don't know any better, especially you wardens.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll show you. Magnus then charged straight in. He spun around and slashed me with his very large sword. Ah! With just one hit, I was knocked down to only a few hearts. Oh no, he's too strong. I gotta get out of here. I began to burrow down into the ground, but Magnus ran down the tunnel straight behind me.
Get back here!
He was about to catch me, but thankfully, I dug straight underneath a pool of lava. It fell and separated the two of us.
Count your days, you worm. They are numbered.
On days 11 to 12, I made my way back to base and saw that all of the frogs and the tiny warden made it here safely. Thank goodness. I got to work, building up a place for all of the frog people. I made sure to theme it around their kingdom so that they could feel just at home. After that, I quickly was able to build the tiny warden their very own tiny home as well.
Wow, Fozo, this is amazing. Oh, and that reminds me, I wanted to show you something.
What is it? The tiny warden then used her warden senses to locate and pull out from the ground all of the surrounding ore around our base.
We are wardens, remember? I can sense everything.
Whoa, that's awesome! Thanks! With the tiny warden's help, I was able to find enough iron to make myself a set of iron tools. Awesome!
Fozo, I'm glad you made it back safely. And by the looks of things, you're even stronger now.
I am, Aaron. Thankfully.
Well, if you're up for another journey, I found where the next warden fragment is.
You did?
Yes. Now come on, I'll show you.
On days 13 to 14, I followed behind Aaron until he brought me to the top of an icy mountain. At its peak were strange pillars surrounding a Wardenite fragment. But something was wrong. It's frozen?
That's right. This fragment is useless unless we can melt it, and there is only one way to do so.
How? Aaron led me to the side of the mountain, overlooking the rest of the tundra.
Deep within this land lies a very dangerous ice beast. But with its help, we just might be able to thaw this fragment. Be warned, he is not friendly.
Great. He then flew away with the frozen fragment to keep it safe at our base. And I continued into the tundra until I saw a fire? That's not normal. I approached and started to see that the fire was coming from a burning tundra village. It was being raided by the monster hunters. Oh no. On days 15 to 16, I watched as monster hunters began to corner some defenseless tundra creatures.
Please. No, wait.
One of the hunters swung and killed the creature without a second thought. I have to stop this. I charged in and used my new explosive bite to attack them. They turned to fight back, but I was quick and was able to take all of them down with my abilities. Yes! I looked around at the burning village, and just when I thought I killed the last hunter, one of the home's walls exploded outwards.
You! We finally met face to face.
Odin, you have to stop this. All of it. You're hurting countless innocent lives.
Lives? You guys are just monsters.
He leapt into the air and tried to slam down onto me, summoning lightning everywhere. Stop! Look, I heard you lost someone close to you. I'm sorry, but you can't just take it out on us.
You know nothing about me. My father, he was the greatest hunter to ever live. He taught me everything from skinning a rabbit to slaying beasts like you. Then one day, on a hunt, he never returned. He was killed by one of you monsters. You beasts ended his life. And now I will do the same to all of you!
He threw one of his axes directly at me, and I was barely able to dodge out of the way. I gotta get out of here. I made a break for it, but just when I was about to make it out of the village, I felt the ice crack from underneath. Ah!
Huh. I will avenge my father if it's the last thing I do.
On days 17 to 18, I fell down and into the center of an ice temple. Ow! Where am I? The area looked abandoned and almost completely forgotten, except for there was a tundra creature hiding behind a pillar. Hey, I'm not gonna hurt you.
You're not one of those hunters. They took my family from me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop them, but I have to find an ice beast in order to do so.
Oh, you mean the Yeti? Follow me.
Wait, Yeti? He led me over to a very dark cave entrance deeper in the temple. So, he's in here?
Yep.
I began to slowly creep inside until I was totally encased in darkness. And then... as I recovered from the hit, rushing out of the darkness was a huge ice Yeti. On days 19 to 21, the powerful Yeti jumped towards me in a rage, swinging at me with his giant fists. Hey! I began to fight back, using my explosive bite attack. But the Yeti was so strong, he barely seemed to flinch. I tried to run and gain some distance, but he would keep burrowing towards me before forming a ball of ice that kicked at me. Ah, stop it! I'm not here to fight you!
You leave now!
I can't do that. I need your help in unfreezing a warden fragment.
Help! Hunters attack because of you! Now, leave my home!
Please, Yeti! The monster hunters attacked my village. They took me away from my family. They need to be stopped.
The Yeti calmed down.
Fine, if you want help, I show you. But you do the rest.
Show us what?
Both of you, follow.
On days 22 to 26, the Yeti led us out of his icy caves until we came to a large lava and ice lake.
Unfreeze fragment, the item you need. Here.
In the lake?
Yes, under the lake. You must find it.
Okay, here I go. I began to dig deep down, tunneling under the pool, searching for any clue of the Yeti's item. But as I dug, I accidentally mined in another icy cave with spikes falling down. Okay, wrong way. I continued to dig, having to dodge around more traps and being careful not to dig too close to lava pools. Eventually, I found it. Another cave opening. But it was no longer icy, and in the center was a pedestal holding a potion of molten magma. This has to be it. I rushed up and grabbed the potion. This will definitely unfreeze the frozen warden fragment. On days 27 to 29, I went back to my base, potion in hand and seal with me. I found that Aaron had built some sort of containment pillar for the frozen fragment. Hey, here you go.
Good work. But it'll take some time to set things up.
While he was doing that, I went and got enough materials to make Seal their very own home to stay in.
Thanks, Fozo. It's nice to know us creatures have each other's backs.
Agreed. I ran back to Aaron and saw that his containment area was now filled with hot magma. Okay, I'm guessing it's ready. I then watched as the frozen fragment began to melt and crack until it finally thawed. Yes! I grabbed the fixed fragment, causing me to become even stronger. I gained 5 more hearts and felt my body grow. Now, I could use my size to shake the ground around me with a powerful slam attack. Awesome!
So, is it true? Rumors quickly spread that Odin's father was killed by a beast.
Yeah, and now he's letting his rage blind him.
It just doesn't make any sense. His dad was known as the world's strongest monster hunter. Things aren't adding up, Fozo.
What do you mean?
Stop it!
What was that? I ran out of the base to see that there in a cage was my Warden Elder? Oh my goodness, you're okay. I'm getting you out of here now. I ran up to the cage and noticed that she looked weak.
My dear boy, no! Get out of here! It's a trap!
What? Before I knew it, Magnus appeared, leaping down between me and the Elder. As he did, giant walls of metal formed around us, trapping me in.
You aren't going anywhere!
On days 30 to 32, I was face to face with Magnus in his metal arena. You used my Elder as bait?
Yes, and you fell for it! There's no running this time!
He rushed in to attack me, spinning around wildly with his sword and shield. Ah! Take this! I used my new Power Slam ability, causing the ground beneath us to erupt. The attack definitely hurt Magnus, but the blast also hit my Elder. Oh no, I need to be careful. Magnus used the opening to kick me back, then followed up with multiple sword attacks as I was cornered. I was starting to get lower and lower on hearts, and he kept blocking my attacks. I can't give up. I used my explosive attack to push Magnus back, but his hits were just way too strong. Magnus then landed a blow that almost knocked me out. Ah!
It's a pity they want you alive. You're coming with me.
My vision went blurry from the fight, and I started to pass out. On days 33 to 35, I woke up, chained to a strange platform in the middle of a room full of monster hunters. I feel so weak.
Warden Worm, you really thought you'd put an end to my empire?
What did you do to me?
More so, what did you just do? For us, we have taken some of your scales, and with them, we will upgrade our weaponry so that we can move on to the next part of our plan.
Next part?
Quiet! Hunters, get to work! In this one, put him with the others. We have what we want.
A couple of hunters walked forward and began to escort me deep underneath their outpost. It wasn't long until I was thrown into a cage in a room filled with my wardens.
Fozo, I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you.
It's okay. We're all alive. That's what matters. Odin is planning something, though. We need to get out of here, and fast.
Yeah, good luck, pal. These people only see us as entertainment here.
Entertainment? Just then, the opposite side of my cage opened up. What the? I walked out, only to have the door slam behind me, and to see that I was in a massive arena with monster hunters looking down at me. Oh, no! On days 36 to 39, I looked around the whole Coliseum. I need to find a way out of here. I then heard another cage open on the opposite side, and walking out of it was a tall amethyst golem.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Whoa, 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 wait! We don't have to listen to them. We can work together and get out of here.
Get out of here? Impossible. So, it's either you or me. No hard feelings.
The golem then started throwing amethyst shards at me. I dodged them, only to realize they turned into tiny amethyst golems? What the? They ran at me while he continued to attack with his massive arm. We began to fight as he attacked me continuously. Stop it!
Fight me!
The golem stomped on the ground and sent forward shards of amethyst that hit me on the head. No! We are not monsters! In my frustration, I unleash an extremely powerful Warden Boom, destroying everything around me. Whoa!
What? Close the cages! Don't let them escape!
In the midst of the destruction, I noticed that there was a way out. I gotta get the Wardens and get out of here. On days 40 to 44, I escaped with all of the wardens straight out of the hunter's outpost. Thankfully, we were able to make it safely back to base. That was close. Before doing anything else, I made sure to get enough materials to build up all of the wardens their very own ancient-styled home. And done.
Oh, Fozo, I'm so proud of how strong you've become.
The warden elder collapsed right in front of me. Why is this happening?
Bozo, what's wrong?
Aaron, the hunters, they must have done something to her. She looks so weak.
If we don't do something soon, she might not make it.
But we have to help her.
I have an idea on where we can get an item that might help her, but we have to hurry.
Odin, we had no idea that he would escape.
Roar! I trusted idiots with one job. One! And now that worm is back out in the world. No matter. Those of you who are still worth the air you breathe, forge your weapons. Once my axes possess that worm's power, he won't be a problem anymore.
On days 45 to 47, I went as quickly as I could with Aaron until we arrived at some sort of desert dungeon. But the entrance was sealed shut. Great. Now what?
I'll fly up and look around.
Aaron took to the skies as I looked more intently at the entrance. I noticed that the door was being held up by two pillars that sunk into the ground. That's it. I tunneled below the door and straight through each of the pillars, breaking them down one by one. When the last one was broken, the entire entrance collapsed and was opened up.
You did it!
The two of us ran inside, only to see the dungeon's vast, dark interior. Whoa!
There, that's the item we need.
I looked up and saw that in the center of the chamber was a large tiki sitting in the center, and behind it laid the golden totem of healing. That's it! I began to hurry towards it, but as I moved forward, I heard a click under my body. Uh-oh! The whole room began to shake, and suddenly, the entire floor dropped down, exposing a large, elaborate parkour towards the center. And if I fall, I'd land on deadly spikes. Great.
Activate defense.
Mechanism!
I then noticed that the tall tiki in the center had come to life. It started to launch elemental attacks around the platforms. Okay, focus. I have to get that totem. On days 48 to 52, I started to jump between the floating platforms heading towards the totem, but the tiki heads were spouting flames directly at me. Ah! I jumped away to one of the platforms. Just before, I saw a rock flying right at me. It hit me head on, and I almost fell straight off. Knock it off.
Intruder!
Stay
Back! Bolts of lightning started to flash throughout the room, making it even harder to jump across. But I knew I had to do it. Here goes nothing. I jumped and finally made it on top of the center platform. But as I did, the tikis all dissembled into 3 individual ones. Ah! They began their attacks, each wielding a different elemental power. I began to fight back when one of them seemed to recognize me.
Wait, hold up. Are you the warden worm?
Yeah, I kind of need that totem to save my elder.
Well, why didn't you say something? Us tikis don't have very good eyesight, you know. We know about your quest to take down those hunters, and we totally agree with it.
Follow us. You should see this.
The tikis led me into a separate room of the dungeon, and there was a map?
We've been guarding this bad boy. It should lead you to your next warden fragment.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Those crazy hunters have been trying to get into this place for ages to get it.
That's why we had to secure the entrance.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, forget about it. You can take the map and the totem. Just stop those hunters.
On days 53 to 56, Aaron and I rushed back to our base. I ran directly into where my elder was resting and placed the totem of healing next to her. This caused the entire room to instantly start glowing. Yes. In a burst of vibrant light, my elder stood up and looked completely healed.
My goodness! Thank you! Those hunters didn't treat us well at all. I didn't think I was going to make it.
I'm just glad you're okay.
You really have grown so much. I'm so proud of all you have done for our kind.
The work isn't done yet. I just got this map that leads to the next Warden Eye fragment. It looks like it shows something called the Grand Forest.
That forest is a dangerous place. You must be careful.
I know, but it seems like I don't have a choice. I need those fragments to stop Odin. On days 57 to 59, I was making my way to the Grand Forest, and I stopped only to see a massive tree line. Whoa! I then heard screams.
Run! Run!
I ran towards the trees to see that on the edge of the forest was a town of smaller tree people, but they were being raided by the monster hunters. Oh no! The hunters were using their new and improved weapons to cut down the homes and tree people with ease. They weren't kidding. They upgraded their gear. Hey, hunters! Over here!
The Warden Worm! Get him!
I rushed into battle and fought off as many of the hunters as I could. I used my abilities to hit multiple of them at a time, but they were much stronger than before.
You think we are a challenge? You have no idea how strong Odin has now become.
No! I started to fight harder than ever before, using my power slam to knock out a group of them, and then my explosive bite to take down the final one. With only a few hearts to spare, the tree village was saved. That was close.
You have saved us, weird creature. I can tell you're not from around here.
Yeah, I'm visiting this forest, looking for a Warden Eye fragment.
Oh, if you want that, you must travel to the forest core.
Can you lead me there?
For saving my home? Absolutely.
On days 60 to 63, I followed the tree person as they led me deep into the Grand Forest until we met a clearing, revealing a lost kingdom.
The fragment should be in there, the core, but I shall go no further.
I pushed forward inside the main entrance and found an ominous clearing. There, high up in the branches, was the Warden fragment. Yes! Now, just to get it.
Why have you come here, Warden Worm?
Who said that? I looked out, and appearing through the trees was a tall treant.
I am Skull, guardian of this fragment.
I need that fragment, Skog.
For what? To stop the hunter Odin, I presume?
Yes, he has to be stopped. It's the only way.
No, you will do no such thing.
Skog suddenly rushed towards me in a rage. Wait! On days 64 to 65, Skog moved in and started to attack me. He was so powerful and used the elements of nature to his advantage. He would stomp on the ground and cause jaw-like plants to appear and hit me. Ah! I knew I had to fight back. Stop this! We're on the same side! Skog was fueled by rage and kept hitting me. He would reach into the earth and cause roots to shoot out towards me. Why? Why don't you want to defeat Odin?
Be quiet!
He was about to attack again, but I ran in and bit into him with my explosive bite. This caused Skog to stumble back and briefly stop attacking.
Odin, his actions are wrong. But it's all his father's fault. It's my fault.
What? Wait, you're Odin's father? But how?
Odin followed in my footsteps, as my goal was to become the greatest hunter to ever exist. I would exceed my goals and reach higher and higher, slaying, hurting animals and creatures, treating them like nothing but monsters. But then, on one fateful hunt, I was cursed into becoming the very thing I hunted. I knew my people would never accept me back, so I couldn't return. I came here, and over time, I have finally realized that the beasts we have hunted have emotions as well.
So, you didn't die to a beast. You became one? Odin should know.
He can't know that his own father has turned into the very thing he hates.
But maybe if he knew, he would change. He hates the beasts because he thought you died to one. Skog suddenly smashed at the branch above, dropping the fragment.
Maybe.
Just maybe you are right, Worm. You may take the Warden fragment.
Thank you. I ran up and grabbed it, and this caused me to grow in power again. I gained 5 more hearts, and now I could rain down bursts of sonic boom energy from the sky. I felt so much stronger than before. On days 66 to 68, I was on my way back to base with Skog when suddenly Odin's lightning struck, and he was now right in front of us.
You really thought you could escape from me? I'll give you credit. If there is one thing we both have in common, is that we both don't know when to give up.
Odin, wait! He ran straight towards me with his sonic boom charged axes, but Skog jumped in the way, taking the blow. Odin began to attack as hard as he could, hacking into Skog's tree body. I could tell Skog didn't want to, but he began to defend himself.
Odin, you need to stop this!
Odin and Skog continued to fight until Skog hit him back with his root attack. But Odin countered with a very heavy hit.
Now you shall die!
Odin, son, it's me, your father!
He stood there, stunned.
That can't be true! My father, he was a hunter!
I was, but my rage turned me into this. Son, these creatures have feelings, lives that we are just taking from them. You have to stop this now.
I can't believe this. You may have been my father before, but you are not him today!
Wait! Odin slung with the final heavy blow that killed his father! No! I knew I had to run as I quickly burrowed straight down and away from Odin. I have to get the final fragment. I have to! On days 69 to 71, I tunneled all the way to my base and saw that all of the wardens looked healthy again. They were even all working throughout the base, helping my other friends. The elder noticed me and walked over.
This, Bozo, is what being a warden is all about. We are protectors. Our people are meant to keep all of the world's creatures safe.
This is so amazing. I was admiring all of them when suddenly I heard the tiny warden panicking.
Bozo! Bozo!
Hey, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Yes, I am. I was just roaming around outside the base when I saw some monster hunters. They made a camp nearby.
What did you find out?
Well, I overheard them talking about the final warden fragment, but it is in possession of Magnus, and I know exactly where he lives.
Great! Can you tell me? On days 72 to 74, I roamed around the overworld until I reached a clearing, and there it was, Magnus's keep. The huge walls and battlements were guarded and well too fortified for me just to dig through. I need to find another way in safely.
I know it's around here somewhere.
What was that? I walked over to the noise and saw an armored Enderman.
Come on. Where did I put my sword?
Hey man, are you okay?
No, I'm not. I lost my sword. How am I supposed to be an Enderman Knight without my sword?
Whoa, it's okay. Wait a minute. I have an idea. If I find your sword, would you teleport me inside of that keep over there?
You, my friend, have a deal.
On days 75 to 77, I began to burrow around the area. The Enderman said that he just went mining. It has to be around here somewhere. I then dug into a large cave. On a mound of stone was the Enderman's sword. Yes! I started to move closer, but then I realized that the cave had large cracks in the floor filled with lava. No! How do I get across? I looked around the room and noticed that the roof of the cave was made out of a ton of loose gravel. Perfect! I shot my sonic venom ability, striking the roof and causing all the loose blocks to fall. Because of this, the large cracks in the ground were now filled with gravel, allowing me to walk across safely. I picked up the sword and quickly tunneled my way back to the surface and reunited with the Enderman Knight.
Oh, yes! Thank you!
Of course! Now, can you get me inside of that keep?
Oh, yeah, with ease.
On days 78 to 80, the Enderman Knight teleported us far below Magnus's keep, inside a dungeon room. Okay, now, to get that fragment and get out of here, I started to walk through the dungeons, heading up the main outpost. But I was quickly stopped when I saw cages filled with the tundra creatures I saw earlier.
We feel so weak.
You guys are Seal's family. Come on, let me help. I used my worm abilities and broke open their cages.
Thank you, Warden Worm.
Of course. Stay here. I'll be right back. From there, I went up through the keep, making sure to avoid any hunter guards that were on post. It wasn't long before I entered a main courtyard room, and in the center held the final Warden fragment. Yes! I walked up and picked it up, causing my body to change one last time. I gained 10 more hearts, grew larger in size, and was now a very large Warden worm. I did it! On days 81 to 85, I was leaving the room, but was interrupted by Magnus walking out from the shadows.
You really have come back for more, haven't you? I do have to say, I am quite impressed with your escape. But I am Magnus, the best bounty hunter there is. No one escapes my capture.
He charged in and began to attack me. I'm here to show you how wrong you really are. I fought back, this time using my newly found abilities. Because I was a fully upgraded Warden Worm, I was able to summon a tornado of sonic boom energy. Magnus felt my newly found strength. Last time, he was able to overpower me, but now he was no match.
No!
With one final hit, I was able to fully take down the Night Hunter. Ha! Take that! From there, I quickly gathered the tundra creatures outside and started our journey back home. But as we started our travels, I heard a loud... Oh no, what can that be? On days 86 to 90, I separated from the creatures, heading straight for the horns. But the sight that met me was absolutely horrifying. I watched rows of destruction caused by the newly upgraded hunters. Trees were burned, grass was dead, and there was smoke everywhere.
Under the name of Odin, the final sweep has begun. Go through the lands and make sure there isn't a single living creature.
From there, hunters started to go out and kill any animal that they can find. No! This has to end, and it has to end now. On days 91 to 94, I hurried back home to make sure all of my friends were safe. Thankfully, the hunters hadn't found us yet.
Fozo, you found my family!
Yeah, I did. I told you I would help you out. To keep the rest of his family safe, I quickly went out and built them homes right next to him.
Thank you! With the hunter's new plan, we need a place to hide in and feel safe.
Agreed. I then went over and saw Aaron and my elder in a conversation.
Fozo, thank goodness you're okay.
The hunter's plan, it's begun.
I know. I saw all of it. If they do this to the entire realm, it will never be habitable for any of us. We have to storm their outpost now, and we have to take Odin down. On days 95 to 99, Aaron and I stormed the main hunter's outpost. There was a whole row of hunters in the front waiting for us, with Odin standing high above, commanding them.
I knew you'd show yourself. Finally here to meet your fate.
No, I'm here to stop you.
Have it your way. Men, attack!
The monster hunters rushed in towards Aaron and I and started to slice us with their axes. Aaron took to the skies, summoning gusts of wind to take down groups of them at a time. While he was fighting, I also rushed in and used all my abilities I gained along the way in my journey. I summoned my Sonic Boom Tornado, bit at them, anything to take them down. With Aaron and I's teamwork, we were able to take down most of the group. I looked up and watched as Odin stood in his empire as lightning struck all around him. He's waiting for me.
go. I will hold the rest of them off.
On day 100, I made it in the center of the courtyard where Odin was standing.
Today's the day you'll finally learn your place in this world.
No, today's the day you learned how wrong you've been. You will regret your actions, and when you're gone, this world will be a better place. Odin got frustrated and rushed in to attack.
Yeah!
His weaponry was way heavier and stronger than his other hunters, and every hit he dealt did a massive amount of damage. With his deadly weaponry, he was even stronger than before. I fought back, shooting out any ability that I could think of. I can't let everyone down. He was very fast, and I could tell he had a lot of experience as a fighter.
I will not let a world take this from my clan!
I kept fighting until I released my sonic boom tornado one last time, but this time it was completely surrounding him.
What is this?
Your end! I shot at him with all of my abilities as he started to grow weaker and weaker.
No! No!
With one final attack, Odin was defeated. Yes! Now it's time for us creatures to live in peace.